Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. Opening night and time to check out the starting lineups to the tip-off of the new season. First, for the Cavaliers. And looking at the Orlando Magic. And the Magic start out with the ball. Here's Mr. Moves. Pass to Ross. There's the dish to Aminu. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Fifth on the list, JaVale McGee.
Now that's the name of the game for him. Just putting the ball in the bucket. How about the season he had a year ago?
1:36 left in the first quarter of the game. Nance outside. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
No good for Mr. Moves. Cleveland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. .109 left to play in the first quarter. Blocked. Gives him the lead pass. Comes up empty down low.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Well, let's take a look at where Orlando ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 4th in fewest turnovers per game, 8th in steals, and they were in the top 10 in team blocks. Not elite level, but pretty good nonetheless.
Very well-coached team, Clark. I mean, you look at it.
What a play.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Ross. The Magic again can't hit. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Number 1, defended by Ross. The shot, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Here's Mr. Moves, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Mr. Moves with his first bucket in the NBA. What a feeling he's got to have right now.
Well, this is a young man who's going to have to fight for everything he gets in this league. No one's going to hand him anything based on potential.
Well, you got to earn your way here. There's no question about that, Steve. You know that's the case. He doesn't necessarily have to be a world beater right away. He just needs to find a role and fit into it.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Magic.
Feel the excitement of NBA basketball. Come out and root for your Magic. Mr. Moves, a terrific starring attraction, not to be missed. So get your tickets now. Come out and welcome our sensational new rookie.
.152 left in the second quarter. Kicks it to Porter. Cleveland moving it around. That's tipped. 5 on the clock. From deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Here's Mr. Moves. Here's Maiden. That 3 off the mark.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Pass to Nance. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Magic trail by 14. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. He tries for three, and the shot's good for Mr. Moves. Mr. Moves got 6. Cleveland's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Nance outside. Number 14, defended by Vucevic. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
This is what this team is all about here. I mean, they're forcing their way inside, just bulldozing themselves into the paint area, and they're having a lot of success.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
That free throw, no good. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Drummond's checked in. And he sinks the second.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, and that's really important. You've got to continue to attack.
Garland, he feeds it to Drummond. That drops. Drummond's got 6 in the quarter.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Cavaliers on top.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's the first game of the NBA.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Andre Drummond with a strong. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. McGee with the block. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
You know the fans out in Toronto are really hoping for a win for their Raptors.
The pass to Mr. Moves. There's the pick. Feeds it to Ross. Fires from deep. That's good. Ross has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Dishes it to McGee. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
But the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
And Orlando making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Passes it to Mr. Moves. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes of gone. He feeds it to Carter Williams. 6 to shoot. And Vucevic gets to Carter Williams. He passes to Mr. Moves. Had the space there, but it's offline.
I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make, but when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
That's the... Tenth straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
And the basket by Gordon.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
They set the pick. Nance outside. Garland. Jacks up a three. Gets it to go.
But you have to be aware of his specific capacity to knock down the corner three. That's where he's most comfortable. That's where he's going to be. So defensively, you got to keep tabs on him.
Steve, you know, his ability to come in and rattle off 10, 20 points in no time flat, that's a gift and a real asset for any team. Some guys need a while to get going, not him.
And the Cavaliers making a change here.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
Takes a three. It's rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Ask him Mr. Moves. Swiped it away. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Here's Sexton. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Cavaliers?
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
He dishes it to Drummond. 36 seconds left to play in the third. Love outside. Drills it from outside. Love's got 18 points.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
From downtown, another three for Cleveland.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Mr. Moves got it off in time, but it's no good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Magic trail by 21. Here's Fournier, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Cavaliers shooting an efficient 53% from the field.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
Here's Osman, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
Well, and as hot as they've been, there's no need to change their offense. Just continue to play the way you're playing. You're going to get open looks.
You got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
The Cavaliers leading by 21. He kicks it to Love. There's the feed to Drummond. Garland. Here's Sexton. It's hauled in by the Magic. Fournier's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season.
Yeah, they dropped the season series to this team a year ago, so those games definitely were not their best performances of the year.
Vucevic checked in for Cleveland. And as Steve just alluded to, this wasn't an opponent that too many teams had trouble with last season. They were one of the few that did.
Well, they seem to have a hard time getting up for those games, guys. I mean, they were an example of how sometimes you can indeed play down to your opponent, or your opponent plays up to you.
And the basket by Gordon.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
to Love. Here's Sexton. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second. And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
And the free throw, no good. Cleveland leading by 14. And he banks in the layup.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Orlando, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And there's the pass to Mr. Moves. Kicks it out to Gordon. JaVale McGee with the rebound.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
There's the dish to Love. Cleveland moving it around, and McGee backs down, shoots from the baseline, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
You know, that Atlanta game has a lot of attention on it. Not his forte. I don't really like that shot, and you can tell the defense is just asking him to take it. You know, Kevin, he never gives up on a play. That's what I love about him. He just is one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
Oh, man, that was a real hark it up.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Mr. Moves passes to Ross. Buries the long-range jumper.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
There's a good screen. Kicks to McGee.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Feeds to Love. Lets it go from deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
Passes it to Mr. Moves. 1:33 left to play in the final quarter. No good from Ross. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Osman defended by Ross. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Fournier's checked in for the Magic. Magic have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. There's the pick. Gordon dishes to Vucevic. Back to Gordon. To the paint. Vucevic. And the layup's good off the glass. Vucevic has got 9 points now in just the second half. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Dishes to Love. Backing in. He feeds it to McGee. A jump hook. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
You know, I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Here's Mr. Moves. Nance with some nice D. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And here's Porter. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball.